4th Street off on looks like the right lane is blocked actually. So we do have delays going back to 76th Street. Southbound on 43, slowing from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette down to about Beecher. The northbound side slowing from Kilbourne all the way up past North Avenue. And southbound 41, heavy ride there from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol, with the northbound side heavy just north of Watertown Plank Road up to Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by Comfort Awnings. Extend your outdoor space with a retractable awning or screen like I did with my friends at Comfort Awnings. Custom designed to fit your home. Get your free estimate at comfortawnings.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 60. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and beautiful, a high of 75 at the lake, 77 inland. Weather is brought to you by Dick & Shrouf Heating and Cooling, now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Join a winning positive team culture that sets them apart. Apply today at dickandshrouf.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Catholic Memorial Football.
To Devon Williams Jr., and he's into the end zone.
The Crusaders host West Dallas Central this Thursday.
Deep pass from Dalton Stanky, and it's complete to Dustin Rhodes.
Crusaders football is brought to you by R&R Insurance, D&M Accounting and Consulting Services, Curative Care, Home Sealed Exteriors, and Tony Wendorf and Associates. Tune in Thursday at 4 on our sister station 101.7 The Truth with kickoff at 4:30 and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Bruston Nortman every day from 2 to 5, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time for the best 60 minutes of your life. This is the Homer Hour, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. Here's Emmy Award winner Homer.
Love a good technical difficulty. Reconnecting with our buddy Homer, who is on location today. In the meantime, I guess you're stuck with the producers. Some Alex Strofe, Will Summers in for Pebble today, who's on, what did we say? On assignment? Yeah, Pebble's on assignment. So we are working on reconnecting with Homer. You will have Tim Van Vooren later in the hour. You will have Jason Wilde later in the hour on the Wednesday edition of the Homer Hour here on ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Beaver Dam. Short week this week. It's Packers Commanders tomorrow night at Lambeau Field. Thursday night football. And it's a big one. I mean, look. Homer said it all week. The Packers kicked the Lions' ass on Sunday at Lambeau Field in the opener. Can they follow that up 4 days later against a good Commanders team who did an ass-kicking of their own in Week 1 as they beat the Giants 21-6? And obviously that's a team that was in the NFC Championship game a year ago. So there was a lot to be said, a lot to be done, but a short week for both of these teams. The oldest team in the NFL in the Commanders, the youngest team in the NFL in the Packers, as they go toe-to-toe at Lambeau Field tomorrow night. So I guess the thing I'm most curious to see Thursday night, after the excitement and the hype and the juice around the Packers' newest addition, Micah Parsons, is how does this style of quarterback fare against the Packers' defense? Because if you analyze the NFL as a whole, all 32 teams in Week 1, I think the most impressive performance, we heard Peter Schrager say this earlier today on First Take, the most impressive performance was the Packers' defense. Bills' offense is probably right up there. In fact, probably a few. The Ravens' offense probably also up there. But in terms of a fully complete game, it's like the Packers pitched a two-hitter against the Lions. I'm not counting that incredible touchdown grab with 55 seconds left. Right? It was 27-6. It was a complete whooping of the Lions. That Packers defense was that good. But Jared Goff, not a mobile quarterback. Jaden Daniels, the Commanders quarterback, ran for almost 900 yards his rookie season. So that is what I am looking to see. But what's Homer looking to see as we work through the technical difficulties? Homer, the floor is yours.
The floor is mine. I'm ready to go. I don't know exactly what happened. I am on location. Where I am is nobody's business, and nobody should care. All they should care is that I'm working. And
are you in a closet? That's the only thing I need to know before I leave.
No, I'm not telling you where I am.
Well, I can see on the video stream, Homer. Are you in a closet or not?
I'm at the White House. No, I'm not in a closet. No. But so what? What does it matter where I am? What difference does it matter where I am? You're listening. Does it matter? I'm sitting on a toilet.
Nice.
How about that?
That's good.
Well, what difference does that make? We're talking about the Green Bay Packers.
That's fair. I just see you in front of cardboard boxes. Curiosity piqued my interest. Yes. I'll leave you alone. I'm walking out of the studio. Goodbye.
Thanks for filling in. I don't know what happened. It was just weird. So I hope it doesn't happen again. And again, Jason Wilde is going to be on in a few minutes, and we're discussing the Green Bay Packers. And Christian Watson has a new contract, though it's a short thing. It just added one more year, which means they have him, and they're not bound to him for an extended period of time. But it seems like it's a pretty good deal. But I will defer to Jason Wilde when he talks about that. KBN was on talking about the Packers. If you believe in the Packers, they don't have to win this game. They don't have to win the game after that. They just have to, over the course of the season, play well enough in enough games to win the division. And I've said I believe the division is over. They're the best team in the division. I'm not saying that they're going to win by 5. I was impressed by the Vikings, especially the young quarterback, who was horrible and then still had the ability to play well late in the game. That's impressive. Caleb Williams, I think, is going to have a problem because his head coach of the Bears realizes that Caleb Williams has problems seeing things. He has limits as a quarterback, but he's an incredibly good runner, and he might be able to pull it together well enough, but I'm not sure their head coach is comfortable with that because what he's best at is bringing the best out of quarterbacks, but a quarterback has to be able to do certain things, and there may be limitations that Caleb Williams has that eliminates him from doing that. Though he might be able to be successful running more or having a more limited program. I don't know. I don't think their new head coach is going to be comfortable with that because his system works, assuming the quarterback can do certain things. And if Caleb Williams can't do that, then I don't know what they're going to do after this year. But it's not like they're going to be bad. What that does is affect the Lions, and that they can't be that good this year anywhere near they were good offensively, not just because of the players, because I think he's a very good offensive mind. But I think the Packers will win. I'll pick them to win. We did this 20-17, 24-20. I don't remember what it was. It's after Thursday. And Thursday is just the stupidest thing the NFL has ever done. There's no reason to play Thursday after you play on Sunday. And they could easily add a couple bye weeks. It's hard for me to comprehend. And some of it, I guess, is on the players and that they have not really fought for. If you play on a Thursday, you don't play the previous Sunday. You can't. The players need more rest than that, and everybody knows that. I mean, this is not everybody who's played in the league will tell you how many days you need, and they can easily play on Thursday and have 2 bye weeks and not have to deal with players that are more likely to get hurt or not going to play as well. So it would be easy for me to understand if the Packers don't play well against Washington, and then if Washington doesn't play as well. We've seen some horrible games on Thursday, and I would think the Packers will win, but they don't have to win for me to believe how good I think they are. I would say if they finish 9-8, I'm wrong. They're not that good. I don't know which games are going to be they're losing, but the reason I bring this up is because those who were around when the Packers were really good and won Super Bowls in 96 or got to the Super Bowl in 97, they had games during that season. The 96 team, I just don't think it's possible that this Packer team is going to be as good. Now, that Packer team could have beaten the Cowboys the year before when they ended up winning the Super Bowl. This team is just not as mature, developed, or I think as good. But that doesn't mean they couldn't win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying that 96 Packer team was so dominant. They were the best offense and the best defense in the NFL. There's no, and points scored and points given up. There's no way this Packer team is going to be that good on both sides of the ball. But they could be good enough when the season ends, as they were in 2010, to win the Super Bowl, because at the end of the year, they had improved much, and defensively, they were the second best in the league at points given up. It's just, for me, it's just fun. They're good. It's like with the Brewers. Even when they lose, I'm expecting them to be the 1 or 2 seed in the National League and take it from there. It doesn't mean I would suspect there's going to be, I mean, it's kind of a bad stretch now, but you can have a stretch before the year is over. But they're good, and they have earned the respect for people to believe that they can be good enough even if they have a tough stretch. And to me, that applies to the Packers as well. It's not like, well, they did it, but if they can lose 30-0 to the Commanders. I'm not changing. What would have to happen the next 2 weeks for me to change my attitude about this Packer team this year? They'd have to be outscored 50-0. If they're outscored by 50 points in the next 2 weeks, I have to consider the possibility that they're not as good for the season as I thought they might be. Jason Wilde is coming up, and then Tim Van Vooren. Normally on Wednesday we have Rain Man. We do not have it today because, as you can see if you go to YouTube, I am on assignment or on location. I'm not on assignment. I'm doing the show. I'm on location. Where it is doesn't matter. And I don't like to do it when I'm on location because I don't think it's fair. So we have no show tomorrow. We will have a show on Friday. The key there is with Wisconsin Volleyball, we'll be doing, what is it, YouTube, or what do they call it now? Digital, YouTube. We're doing a show.
We'll be on the air Friday.
We are on the air Friday now?
Yep, we're joining Wisconsin Volleyball in Progress, so we'll be on the air the entire hour on Friday.
Really? When did that change?
Very recently, but yeah. With Gary.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
so then it'll be regular. So Gary Ellerson will be on. We'll be talking about the game. I'm assuming the important people with the biggest debts thought we should really have a show because it's the day after a Packer game.
You bet.
That's important, yeah. And Wisconsin volleyball is important, but it's not more important than the day after a Packer game, or so it would seem. So that's great news. So Friday, in addition to that, I think we'll have Fat Jack, and then we will do Rain Man. If it's decided not to do Rain Man, and I may actually make that adjustment, we will just have 2 Rain Mans the following week. Given that we already have Fat Jack, we might just hold off and do a Rain Man next week on Monday, because the Packers don't play on Sunday, and then do it the following Wednesday as well. I think I'm kind of leaning in that direction. In fact, I just made that executive decision. By the way, if anybody would, I don't know if I can, if anybody would give me $1,000, I'll tell you where I am. So I don't. You should check to see if I can do that. I don't want to get in trouble, but is it okay that I
definitely
require
can't do
that
that.
people? I can't do that?
I would say no. Advise
How
against
do you know?
it.
Oh, you'd advise against
Yes.
it? You don't really know, though,
I
right?
don't really know,
You don't
but-
know what I can and can't do. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Like I could say, donate. If I tell you where I am, will you donate $1,000 to Teen Challenge? Today I'm helping out this group, Summit Education. They do great things for kids having a golf tournament. So you give $1,000 to Summit, or you give $1,000 to Teen Challenge, or to Life Navigators, or anywhere. So check with the people on that. That I will agree to tell someone where I am if they donate $1,000 to charity. I don't know how we could be against that, but you never know. All right, we will get to, and I was earlier on Jason Wilde with Willie and Tausch, and we had a little disagreement, and I've been this way for a long time. I'm not one who believes heavily in its mental. I think there is mental to sports or anything, but not near as important as talent. Packers are better. Not because the players are excited because they're playing with Parsons, but because Parsons is really good and he makes the team better, and it makes the job easier for other people on the team, just as I asked about with Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers. Are you mentally stronger? I don't know. I just think if I'm on the team and I'm an offensive player and I got Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre at quarterback, it's going to make my job easier, and I'm more excited because I'm going to be better. We're going to be better. We're going to win. So does that put me in a better mental frame of mind? I guess. But that's not really why the team is better. They're better because they have more talent. They have people at other positions. And you're adding one of the top players in the league. And that would be true of any. Now, if he went to a bad team, it wouldn't have the same impact with the Packers because they would need maybe more for that team to be good. And it's not because the players on the team don't have the right mental attitude. They probably have it about as good as the Packers. They're just going like, well, we're so bad. Even there's a limit to what he can do because we still got other problems that are so weak. Jason Wilde and Tim Van Vooren. Man, that's a good show. This would be a good show even if I wasn't on the show. Jason Wilde, next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm Debbie Lazaga, slowing down big time on southbound 43, just south of Capitol Drive, all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River crossing. On the northbound side, backing up from the base of the high-rise bridge through the Marquette up past North Avenue. We've got southbound 41 slowing down from Good Hope Road all the way down to Capitol. Northbound has got some backups coming up from Mayfair Road all the way up to Hampton. And then we've got some issues on the bypass heading southbound from the Zoo Interchange slow all the way down to the Hale. Traffic is brought to you by Morningstar Golfers Club. Tee it up at Morningstar Golfers Club. Championship greens, breathtaking views, and a golf experience you won't forget. Book your tee time today at golfthestar.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 60. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and beautiful. A high of 75 at the lake, 77 inland. Weather is brought to you by Avondale Roofing. Raise the roof and your standards with Avondale Roofing, your trusted partner for over 30 years. Remember, they get on top so you don't have to. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you played the rest. Now play the best.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Well, will they play or will they not play? That is the question for offensive tackle Zach Tom and left guard Aaron Banks, who both left Week 1's victory against the Lions due to injury. No real practices other than walkthroughs for the Packers this week, so both of those guys will be game-time decisions Thursday against the Washington Commanders. Head coach Matt LaFleur.
We'll see. We'll give them all the way up to game time to see where they're at.
Packers-Commanders 7:15 kick from Lambeau Field on Thursday Night Football. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Why Z-Bart? Because cars, trucks, and SUVs still rust. They do. Just look around the parking lot. Well, it doesn't have to happen, people. Google Z-Bart rust protection, call Z-Bart, and keep your car rust-free.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
Come catch the final battle of the regular season when the Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. We're celebrating the best fans in the game on Saturday, the 27th at Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Toyota. Plus, if you're one of the first 30,000 fans through the gates, you'll take home a Brewers tumbler giveaway too, presented by Quick Trip. Come close out the regular season with the crew. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
Bella Kane takes the stage this Wednesday at the Bud Pavilion's free concert series, Wednesday Night Live. Gates open Wednesday at 6 with Bella Kane starting at 7. Epic bands, unforgettable nights. It's Wednesday Night Live at the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Bella Kane.
Rain Man is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Skip the line and order online with a Cousin Subs mobile app and join the Cousins Club. Cousin Subs, they believe in better. You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's time for Jason Wilde on the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
Every day you can't get enough information about the Green Bay Packers. Just want more and more and more. And the person who can give it to us is Jason Wilde. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Stephen. How are you?
I'm good.
Where are you?
Take it. I don't inform people where I am. I'm unless you'll donate $1,000 to a charity, then I will tell you.
I'll donate less than $1,000.
Okay.
Are you at a charitable event?
I am at a charitable event. Yes, I am. I will say that I'm at an event for Summit. There's a group of people that do amazing things, helping kids do better in school, and it's amazing. So yes, I will tell you where I'm at in terms of that's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm here. I was with Tom Pippins earlier today. What a nice guy. But back to the Packers and whatever whatever you want to tell us. Well, I'll take whatever information you have. Christian Watson, have you? Yeah, well, no, because the better the team is, the more people want to know. You can't give. We could do 24/7. I'm thinking we just do 24/7, all Packers, all the time. What do you think?
No, I'm good. That's more than I'm willing to do at the moment.
Okay.
But you're right. For example, I just took in one of our cats to our veterinarian, and we love Dr. DeGrave. He's awesome. He founded his practice like 20, 30 years ago.
Now, he's in Green Bay, right?
He is in Green Bay, yeah.
Yeah, because I need a vet to spade one of our family dog, and I don't know how you pick one person over another. I just look at whichever the cheapest is, but that may not be the right way to do it.
No, that definitely sounds on brand for you.
Yeah. So, but anyway, back to you. Sorry.
Yes. So I'm there with Sabrina Ionescu, one of our cats, and she needs a injection. But all that Dr. DeGrave can talk about is Micah Parsons and the Packers and how exciting it is. Like That's exactly where we're at right now. It just is.
Exactly. People are excited. I stand by what I said before. The fact that Micah Parsons is with the Packers is a bigger surprise than even if the Packers won the Super Bowl. And I think you could probably look at the numbers, the various gambling sites, as to what the odds were for the Packers to win the Super Bowl versus what the odds were for the Packers to get Micah Parsons at the beginning when he was still with Dallas.
I get what you're saying. Those prop bets about so and so's next team or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all a scam. They don't have any inside information. They're doing that to generate people placing bets. So I don't
know that it's a scam in terms of the numbers they come up with. I'll have to look into that. Your premise that they are less accurate, and you know that because they limit the amount of money that you can bet. That's all you have to know is if they don't know for sure about much, then the amount that you can bet is what determines how confident they are in their numbers. With that, I would agree totally, because they limit to like $500 or whatever, and that just means they don't really know, and they're not going to lose a lot of money.
Okay, we can. Yeah. I can join that club.
Yeah. I
mean,
what did you say to them? How do you respond to people when they have this incredible energy and they just want to talk to you about the Packers?
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes to Parsons, you should be excited. And I've said that from the very beginning. And, I think you should have been excited when they signed him. And then after what you saw him actually do, you should be doubly or triply excited. Because not only was he really good himself, but you saw the effect that him being really good has on everyone else, right? I mean, the interception doesn't happen without him. Lucas Van Ness's sack doesn't happen without him. So to me, it's exciting not only that he's really good, but that he is having that, rising tide lifts all boats impact as well. So that you should be very excited about. Now,
and can I add one thing?
Sure.
Well, I would guess you will get the ability to understand that better than we will because you'll be talking with Hafley, and he's the one that really knows what has changed based on what he sees from offenses as they get set for the Packers versus what he saw last year.
Well, we did not get into that in part because, it's a small sample size, right? It's
correct.
30 snaps.
But over the course of the year, that's how we'll know.
Right. But would you just let me agree with you, please?
Sure.
But to your point, Jeff Hafley has been preaching from day one when he got here that his big thing, and it's not revolutionary. He's not the first defensive coordinator to emphasize this, but it's always 11 hats to the ball. And everyone, yeah, of course, we want everyone to be chasing the ball and, don't be loafing it and get after the guy with the ball and everything else. That's not revolutionary. But I thought it was significant, and I agree with him in my analysis, which is obviously far less informed than his, that I thought they did a better job of that than I'd ever seen them do. Like, they were super aggressive and dedicated to chasing the ball down. And, he said you find out a lot about your defense when you hit pause on your film review and you count how many of your guys are in the frame going after the ball. And I think that is also a function of not just Micah Parsons setting the example, because he does, no one's going to question Micah Parsons' motive. There were people that were critical of him and in Dallas, but it was never that he was lazy or that he was not giving maximum effort. That was never an issue with him. But it's more than just him setting an example. I think it's just these guys are so damn excited to play defense now. Not that they weren't before, but it has been intensified by his arrival, and they are so excited about the possibility of being the best defense in the league that motivation has genuine value. And it's really got them going in terms of, their dedication and how attacking they are. all that stuff, we talked about the ball king earlier in camp, and all that stuff's great. But when you add a legitimately great player, that's when everything changes.
Do you notice that change in any one particular player more than others with just what you were referring to?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I thought, Edgerrin Cooper was everywhere, right? But Edgerrin Cooper is a ridiculously fast guy that covers ground amazingly anyway. I don't think he's running faster because Parsons is there. I think it's more of okay, they made this investment because they thought we were good, but they thought we could be great. So let's go be great. And I will say the one guy that I am going to be very fascinated by moving forward, and Micah Parsons, to his credit, and obviously he understands what's going on here, but to his credit, Micah Parsons, after the game on Sunday, could not have been more effusive or intentional about talking about anyone the way he talked about Lucas Van Ness. He's going to have a career year, and I'm going to make sure of that, and all that stuff. And I think that's, I'm taking his job, right? He was a starter, and now he's not. They're using him differently. They're putting him inside as a pass rusher on passing downs now. So that's different for him. And I understand that sucks that I took his spot. But I think he's also right in his assessment. I thought Lucas Van Ness was right for not a breakout year, but certainly a significantly improved year. Now I would say he's probably right for a breakout year.
Well, did he play at the level that justified what was said by Parsons, or did it make you think Parsons is just saying it for all the reasons that you mentioned?
No, he wasn't like Reggie White out there, obviously, but he chased down it ended up being a shared sack with Rashawn Gary, but he was really the one who made the play.
Yes.
I think he played 36 snaps, which was 54%. And that's probably where he's going to be, which can't be easy for a first-round pick who was thinking he was going to be playing 85% of the snaps. But, yeah, I think you can see, and this goes back to what Parsons said about defensive backs. He said, I've never had a year where I did not have a all-pro or Pro Bowl defensive back. So basically what he's saying is I make all those guys at the back end better. But he also makes the other pass rushers better, and I think that is going to be the case when it comes to Lucas Van Ness, and I thought we saw glimpses of that, and we'll continue to see it, because he had a really good camp before Micah Parsons arrived, and this should just, while it may curtail his snaps, it should make him even more effective when he is out there.
Talking with Jason Wilde, anything you can add that will be valuable to know with the game against the Washington Commanders now only a day away?
Yeah, I mean, I look, there are different versions of questionable. It's been over a decade now, and I still haven't forgiven the NFL for taking away the probable designation. I thought it was stupid to do that, because they said 90% of the time players who were listed as probable ended up playing. Well, no kidding. That's what probable means. They're probably going to play. So to eliminate that, and the reason why it irritates me is because 3 players are all under the questionable category on today's injury report. Micah Parsons, who not only is going to play, but we know that he is lobbying to play more than he did on Sunday, but there have been no uncertain terms. He's playing, okay? But he's still listed as questionable with his back. And then the 2 offensive linemen that are starters, Zach Tom with his oblique injury and Aaron Banks with his ankle and groin injuries, those guys are questionable too, and they're far less likely to play. So they shouldn't all be under the same category. I think that's garbage. But that's where they're at. I don't expect either of those linemen to play. The tipping point for me, LaFleur did say we're going to give them up to game time, but the tipping point for me is that they have not practiced any of the 3 days this week. They're projections, right, because nobody practiced. But the point is that had they practiced, none of those guys would have played or would have practiced, and that's a really bad sign.
I would also be curious to your thoughts about Matt LaFleur. I think he likes to be sneaky. I think he likes to distract or make it as difficult as possible. Well, Hafley seems to have maybe helped him in that regard. He might be sneaky smart. The question is, it seems that when he's going to do certain things, for example, like, Jordan Love is a mess because he can't do the handoffs. I think his situation was much better, and I think he likes confusing the opposition a little bit. That's why I'm more than willing to not go by anything that he says or does, but just to ask you.
Yeah, I mean, look, is there a chance that he said that they'd give him up the game time? That could be true, right? It's certainly possible that
well, but you basically said what I want to know. You said, look, I don't think they're going to play, and you think, that yeah,
right. I would be surprised if either of those two linemen played.
Right, and I don't need to hear. You can say when it's official or whatever. I don't need to hear what the team is saying, as I said, because I think LaFleur likes to. Why would I tell people the truth if I can edge it a little bit? There's some truth to what I say, but it makes the team we're playing prepare a little bit. Whatever. I don't dispute the point. I can see why you would never tell the truth and play on the edge as much as you can without creating a problem with.
Well, I don't want to look. I think you can be deceptive without being dishonest.
Correct.
Right?
Some coaches like being deceptive more than others. I think he likes being deceptive. That's all.
I think he does too.
Agree?
But again, I just don't want him to ever actually lie. That's the only thing I ask. Don't lie.
Well, I got to help. Yeah, well, he's going to lie.
Well, I'm familiar with your work. You lie to your children, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, no, but I'm like Goody lies. You get upset with Goody when he lies.
Yeah,
like Goody lies, right? I know. What about it? Don't you get that it's in his best interest to lie about certain things to certain people?
You shouldn't lie. That's what I get out of it. You shouldn't lie. Then just don't say anything. Keep them guessing by being silent. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Okay.
Don't lie.
All right. Sounds. What else do you want to add? And because it's just like I want to ask you, about Colby Wooden. Like, is he that good, or did he?
So he had that.
Who is Colby Wooden? Is what everybody's asking.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing he did in training camp was that he graduated from college. He graduated from Auburn, and that they actually held a graduation ceremony at the team meeting for him, which I think LaFleur does a really good job with that kind of stuff. He's not as good as McCarthy, but he's pretty good. But yeah, he's a big dude.
Why did you have to say? McCarthy is dead? He doesn't exist. He's not a part of the Packers. He's in the part of the history like Lombardi. Why did you feel it necessary? I'm just curious to compare LaFleur.
I feel like he's underappreciated. That's why.
McCarthy?
I do. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And that wasn't helped by Murphy. Murphy blew it. It's the worst thing Murphy did. The worst thing he did as president was to not let him finish the season. That I'll never understand that. But anyway,
neither will Mike. But so Colby Wooden looks like he's a true nose tackle, and what that means is that instead of lining up on one or the other of the center's shoulders as a shade, he lines head up, helmet to helmet, and he's just really a big, powerful dude. Is he Kenny Clark? No. But he's.
They didn't miss Kenny Clark in game one.
They did not. They were. Among the things that I could not believe was how good they were stopping the run. Like those two guys were total non-factors. Those two running backs. So that I did not see coming. Again, there are some of us on the panel. It's not Will and it's not me and it's not Tom Pippins. Who have declared that the division is over.
It's me. What do you mean? Don't put anybody else. Homer, you've said it's over, and I still believe it's over. They can lose the next two games, and I still believe it's over. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It could be a one-game difference at the end. But, yes, the division is over. The Green Bay Packers are winning. You think they're going to win the division. You just don't present it in the same manner that I do, right? You think they're going to win the division.
I like their chances, yes. I
Okay,
like
fine.
the
I'll
chances
accept.
better than this.
I know what you normally do, and I take that as you joined my club, even though you didn't.
You can try. Yeah, I'll join your club. Yep. I just won't say it the way you do. Yep.
There you go. As John Anderson said very well, he said, Homer, you just need you need a governor. You just need a governor sometimes. And that is spectacular. That's fine. That's a legitimate way to put it. Yeah.
I've played that role once or twice to some acclaim over the years.
Yes. No, I no longer do 0% because Parsons proved that to me. There's nothing that'll happen that'll be as big a shock as that, so I have to say everything is at least 5%.
Yet another thing we can thank Micah Parsons for. Look at that.
Yeah, I agree with you. 5% is the lowest I'll ever go because of Micah Parsons. Thanks, Jason.
That makes me happy. All right, take care. Be good, Homer.
Tim Van Vooren coming up soon. I am next.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got some delays out there for sure. Southbound 43 backing up from just south of Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette down to the KK River. Northbound is pretty heavy as well. We're starting to see delays from the base of the high-rise bridge up and over all the way through the Marquette up past North Avenue. Westbound 94, watch for delays from 17th Street to Hawley Road. Again, back on the brakes west of Highway 100 towards the county line. We've got a crash on the off-ramp from to Highway T from eastbound 94, so keep that in mind if you're heading through there. Beyond that, we got delays, of course, heading through the Barker Road area. Back on the brakes from the Zoo interchange all the way to 27th. Traffic is brought to you by Morningstar Golfers Club. Tee it up at Morningstar Golfers Club. Championship greens, breathtaking views, and a golf experience you won't forget. Book your tee time today at golfthestar.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 60. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and beautiful, a high of 75 at the lake, 77 inland. Weather is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Rain or shine, we've got your ride covered with premium washes and free vacuums. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Did you know Love was born November 2nd? Did you know Love was raised in Bakersfield, California? Did you know Love played college football at Utah State? Are you looking for lots of Love touchdowns the rest of this football season? Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, where we love being your one-stop shop for everything alcohol-related. With our selection of over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, liquor, and mixers, all at the lowest prices in town, Discount Liquor has all your tailgating needs covered. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Discount Liquor, 2 locations, Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
See all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean-green, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin's Subs. Enjoy them with your favorite dipping sauce, or try them in one of our 2 new subs, Classic Crispy Chicken or Bold Buffalo Ranch Crispy Chicken. Both served on our fresh baked bread, made with quality you can taste. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousin's Subs. We believe in better.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, managing partner and PGA professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you played the rest. Now play the best.
Tim Van Vooren is brought to you by The Ticket King, your local and most trusted source for Green Bay football tickets. Visit theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007. You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Maybe we're just trying too hard.
Tim Van Vooren is coming up soon. The Discount Liquor Twitter poll question, will the Packers win? And that may seem like, what kind of question is that? I asked about, will the Packers win the Super Bowl? Then, will Jordan Love be the league MVP? Packers going to win. I'm doing that to get a feel for how positive Packer fans are about this team. Still very positive about winning the Super Bowl. Well, or more positive with the win, about 50-50. But as far as Jordan Love winning the being the league MVP, I think it was more like 20%, so not the same there. And now I would expect that the win over Washington might be something like 90%. We'll see. Fisco Auto Body, though, on Forest Home in Franklin. Again, Fisco Auto Body, I don't give the address often on us. Forest Home in Franklin. It's a family business owned since 1931. It's not what they do, it's who they are. It's still the family business. They're so good because they're still doing it. Yes. The Fiscos are still doing the work on the cars. Can you imagine how long they've been doing it? That's why they're so good. Expert workmanship guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. You'll like them. And then you'll thank me. Fisco, 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 to remember the name. Again, Tim Van Vooren coming up soon. Tune in to Behind the Bucks podcast on the Bucks Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, H&R Benefits consultant. Behind the Bucks brings you exclusive access and untold stories about the greatest stars and moments in Bucks history. Go behind the scenes of Giannis, Emmy-nominated documentary. Hear about the true origins of Bucks and Six, the culture, and more. Find Behind the Bucks on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcast. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher. And now, free. Free is good. Marquette in Wisconsin women's volleyball square off a week from tonight. Yes, next Wednesday, not tonight. Next Wednesday at Fiserv Forum. Over 17,000 watched in 2023 when they played at Fiserv. NCAA indoor record for a regular season match then. Make plans now to see the in-state rivals play at Fiserv week from tonight, September the 17th at 8 p.m. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Marquette, or you can win 4 tickets right now. Right now, caller number 4. Caller 4 wins 4 tickets to the volleyball match, Marquette, Wisconsin. Call 1-800-990-3776. 1-800-990-3776. Caller 4, and then Tim Van Vooren is next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Trauth Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians.
Family owned and operated, Dick & Schroff offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandschroff.com. Dick & Schroff Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandschroff.com.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Love, Jacobs, McKinney, Golden, and now Micah Parsons? This year's gonna be fun. Now's the time to set a game plan for your Green Bay and Wisconsin pigskin parties. This is Marie from Discount Liquor. We are your football party beverage headquarters. Whether you need an ice-cold keg, a bottle of your favorite wine, a unique craft brew, or hard-to-find liquor, we have everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store again.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings.
Wherever you're tailgating, we'll get you all set up with your favorite beverages. We're open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2. See all of our weekly specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Two perennial women's college volleyball powers meet Wednesday, September 17th at Pfizer Forum. Be there as Marquette and Wisconsin take the court. The last time they played in 2023, over 17,000 fans attended the match. Make plans now to see these in-state rivals on Wednesday, September 17th, starting at 8 p.m. Limited tickets remain. Don't wait. Go to Ticketmaster.com/Marquette and secure your seats for college volleyball action at Pfizer Forum.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde. Our family loves when Kringle from Racine Danish Kringles arrives at our home. And now football season has arrived, so try the green and gold Kringle. Traditional pecan Kringle and cheesecake Kringle topped with green and gold sprinkles. A crowd pleaser at any game day party. Order today at Kringle.com or 1-800-4DANISH. Easy to remember. Kringle.com or 1-800-4DANISH. Racine Danish Kringles, not just a treat, it's a tradition and the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin.
This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The three most important letters in sports. Even better than those.
TVV.
It's Fox 6 Sports Director Tim Van Vooren on the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN. Tim Van Vooren is brought to you by The Ticket King, your local and most trusted source for Green Bay football tickets. Visit theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007.
Yes, TVV is brought to you by Ticket King. I'm not sure I just want to say anything. I just want to hear him talk about the Packers, how good he thinks they are, how they'll do in the division, or what's at the top of his list. TVV, good evening. What do you want to say first and foremost about the Green Bay Packers? Take it away.
Homer, thank you. Good afternoon/evening. I would give kudos to the Green Bay Packers. I was not expecting that dominant a performance against the Detroit Lions. It definitely was that. To me, the Lions looked extremely conservative and nothing like who they were offensively a year ago. I'm wondering if that's a one-off or if that's what they have to recover from this season. But that's Detroit's issue. If you're looking at Green Bay, a little bit of health concern coming into the Thursday night game in a couple of spots, but that's what you get this time of year. Some of that doesn't really concern me too much. If I'm the Packers, I'm feeling great. I don't think they won the game with awesome scheming that they spent all off season to drop on Detroit. I think they won the game by outplaying the Detroit Lions, and that's the type of outfit that they can handle on a weekly basis if they play the way they did. Got ahead, didn't turn the ball over, let some of your playmakers do their thing. Ideal opener.
was there anything that surprised you the most?
The defensive performance in general. Who really shook loose for the Lions? Sam Laporta a couple of times. Otherwise, you just didn't see it. Detroit has talented players, right? That was the fourth most prolific regular season offense in NFL history last season. They look like an absolute shell of themselves. They had nothing going with Amon-Ra St. Brown. They had nothing going with Jameson Williams. The running backs obviously were bottled up. And again, I don't think it was just, the Packers spent all offseason game planning and getting ready for that game. To me, the Packers played a defense that they could play almost every week. And if they do so, Edgerrin Cooper, he's not, people are talking about Micah Parsons, and understandably. But Edgerrin Cooper, and I know you've been a big Cooper backer, showed what he's capable of, and he just kind of quietly does his things, gives you that little shy smile, and goes out there and knocks down 12 tackles.
Talking with TVV, anybody else that you want to mention? I'm a huge fan of the TVV Scouting Bureau, and so I always want to know who catches your attention or who you want to mention. You have already given us Cooper a little bit. I'm obsessed with Colby Wooden because I didn't even know he's on the team. I'll admit it. And they did not miss. They didn't miss Clark. They did not. It doesn't mean they're not going to miss some other games. No one would have even noticed that he wasn't on the team. Is that an accurate comment?
And let's not knock Kenny Clark, okay? I mean, obviously he had a wonderful Packer career, but last year was not his best year. And he didn't do much for the Cowboys in their opener either. So, how much of an actual absence this year on the field that will be, we'll have to wait and see. I agree with you, Colby Wooden definitely stepped up. He's never had that many snaps. He's never had that large a role. I talked with Colby way back at the Combine when he was coming out. So we've had a little bit of a relationship for several years here. He always kind of talks to one of those fringe guys you talk to in the locker room, whatever. Never really plays a whole lot, right? I loved his comments this week about, my dad is an over-the-road trucker. He listens at FM radio all night. He was listening and saying they were going to run all over the Packers without Kenny Clark. He called me up and he said, Colby, shut them up. I love it. Colby Wooden's got a personality. He shows you who he is as a guy, and then he went out there and did it. So, yes, Colby Wooden would be on my list. And, Homer, you know who else would be on my list? Nick Neiman. When they claimed him off waivers, I thought, well, there's the 53rd guy on your roster. That guy had multiple special teams tackles by outworking the Lions individually the other day. Look at his special teams numbers. Nick Neiman was on the tackle time after time after time. I had never talked to him. Talked to him yesterday in the locker room. I mean, he's like, I can be an impact player. This is how I've made my name in the NFL for 4 years out in Los Angeles. This is what I can, on a team like this, I can be an impact player.
You think that's possible given the current rules in the NFL? I just think
he made a great point. He said there are more plays to be made. There are more plays to be made now in special teams than there have been the last couple of years. He said the lack of touchbacks, it's going to be a much more active special teams year, and watch the impact that part of the game can have. And having said that, the reason I wanted to talk to him is because in my just like anecdotal observations, Thursday Night Football, a lot of times special teams has a lot to do with it because you have that short week and condensed preparation for both of the other sides of the ball.
Excellent point. All right, I'm anytime I hear of an injury to Zach Tom, I'm worried, and I don't know how serious it is, but is there any reason to worry? I guess you can also worry about Aaron Banks, but should I just it's Thursday. This is stupid. They shouldn't play. The games are always generally horrible, and players can miss because there isn't enough time. So can you just not really even evaluate until you get to the third game?
Yeah, if I'm the Packers, I'm happy I'm playing my Thursday night game early in the season when you had a week off prior to the Detroit game. That's a break. Now, granted, you still have the Thanksgiving game that not every team is going to have later in the year. But I would say get my Thursday night game out of the way here, and you don't have to travel for it. If I'm Washington, it's a much worse week, obviously. So the injury concerns, as I mentioned earlier, it's part of what you get this time of year. I'm not overly concerned about either one of them. I wouldn't be surprised if both Banks and Tom missed the game. but I would not be stressed about, oh my gosh, now, all bets are off for the season because the offensive line has gone bust. I don't think that's the case. But, the wrong injury at the wrong time definitely has such an impact in the NFL. And that's why I tolerated it last year, Homer, as a viewer. I mean, I'm not on the team, but as a viewer, as an observer. Now I'm like, come on. Jaden Reed off the punt returns, in my opinion. Just off the punt returns. Isn't there someone else? I know he had a nice return the other day, but I don't understand going back to him.
We need to discuss this in the future.
Not because I don't think he's good.
Yeah.
Not
but the Packers have done that,
but because I think you don't want to risk it.
Yeah, with the injury. All right, TVV, thanks. You're the best. Tim Van Vooren, Fox 6 Sports. Higher Love
on Fox 6.
You bet. Yes. Thanks for the plug. You got to do more of that. Higher Love Cannabis Company, located just over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Like 9 seconds. Visit today. Easy stop before or after the game on your way through town. Higher Love Cannabis Company, again in Menominee, Michigan. Award-winning, trusted, the best in the Midwest. Less than an hour from Green Bay. Yes, 9 seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Organically grown, locally owned. Higher Love Cannabis Company, the best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD for more info. Less than an hour from Green Bay. And again, 9 seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Didn't get to ask TVV about whether he thinks the division is over and that the Packers are going to win. We'll have time for that. Thanks to Jason Wilde. Thanks to Tim Van Vooren. Again, didn't know Rain Man. We're going to save that till early next week and fit it in because Packers playing tomorrow night. And then Friday with Gary Ellison. Rain Man's going to have to go twice next week to catch up. The Green Bay Packers. Oh, baby, people are excited. Next.
Delays right now on southbound 41 continue from Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol